Am I the asshole for telling everyone exactly why I'm getting divorced? My ex and I have one child together. We found out during my pregnancy that our child would be deaf, and wouldn't qualify for the surgery that some deaf people are able to get due to a combination of problems. While the external issue is a fluke, the internal issue is apparently something that I always had a 25% chance of passing down to a child. Not to toot my own horn, but once I learned this, I made an effort to start connecting with the deaf community in my area and learn ASL. He did not, and while he stayed for the birth, he moved in with his brother right after dropping me off at my home. I own the house, and did before I met him, so it's not part of the divorce. He was nice enough to give me 2 months' worth of a cleaning service and a gift card to Grubhub. He ended up telling everyone that I am the reason he doesn't see our child, and that I filed for divorce because I overreacted. The truth is that I have sole custody because he cried, in court, that he couldn't deal with the baby and wanted to just pay support. While I did file, it was because he abandoned me and said so many horrible things that I couldn't get over. I have text messages he sent me which say that he wouldn't have married me if he knew that we would produce problems, and that he couldn't handle raising the only thing wrong with her is hearing. I don't want my child to grow up in a home where she's hated. I was starting to hear all sorts of crap from my family and his, who started to take his side because divorce isn't really a thing here, so I took action. I made a social media post publishing the text messages so that people would finally see the truth. I'm now getting calls and messages for making a private issue public, and parental alienation. Am I the asshole?
Not the asshole. This guy has no businesses smearing you and damaging your reputation. You did what you had to do to set the record straight and nobody can fault you for that. Not the asshole. If someone lies to make you look bad, you have the right to air clean laundry.
Not the asshole. Although publishing his text messages is a bit over the top, he started the fight with his lies. You just defended yourself with the truth. Good for you.
Not the asshole. Dude's a jackass who can't be bothered to learn sign language for his own goddamn daughter. She may have inherited hearing issues from you, but let's pray she does not inherit assholery from him.
Not the asshole. He's a shitty person and slandering you to make himself look good. Call him out.
Not the asshole. Every pregnancy is a surprise in a way, you never really know how it will go or what the outcome will be. If you aren't prepared for that, you shouldn't choose to become a parent. You did the work to learn ASL, he bailed. You have every right to correct the lies he told about you, and to expose his bigotry, ignorance. I'm des fucking one ear, it's not the same as being des fuck obviously, but I want to say there's nothing wrong with being deaf des fuck, and people who are hearing impaired can do anything, well nearly anything, an able-bodied person can do. The only thing that holds people back is other people's prejudices, refusal to accommodate. Carry on with what you're doing. You sound like a great mum.
Not the asshole. It was unfair of him to lie, and you shouldn't have to put up with the stress of everyone siding with him. Especially as he's already putting you through a lot.
Absolutely not the asshole. He turned everyone against you. All you did was prove his slander was false. Not the asshole. This carrier gene runs in my family too. And it takes 2 people to have the copy of the gene to have that genetic outcome. And my partner have the same statistics as you. We've decided to also prepare. Imagine if your child had a terminal genetic issue. He bailed on you and your family when it was critical. He's such a effing hypocrite.
Not the asshole. He tried making you look bad so he didn't get any shit and you aren't putting up with it. It's not parental alienation if you aren't telling your child that he is a horrible person. Your child will find that out for themselves as they get older if he doesn't change his behavior.
Of course you're not the asshole. While it's not necessary for me to say this, I just wanted to add, the thing that creeps me out the most about his sociopathic behavior is oddly the Grubhub gift card. Who would do that?
Not the asshole, but I would delete the post before your daughter can read, yes I know you have years, so that she never see the post and text messages.
Not the asshole. If he's going to spread lies, then he can deal with it when the truth comes out. While I don't agree with the social media approach generally, sometimes it is the option with the most reach to the masses.
Info. According to my basic genetic education, both of you passed on the hearing issue to your daughter, him and you both passed a morbid allele down to her. She got the morbid allele twice, which is why it is expressed, and not silent, in her case, and she has the disability. Short genetics explanation. you were both carrying one healthy and one morbid allele for the gene responsible for her hearing. Since the morbid allele is recessive, aka weaker, neither you nor your husband have the hearing disability. Unfortunately, what was passed down to your daughter by coincidence was twice the morbid allele, one from each parent, which is why your daughter can't hear. This is oversimplified based on the little information in the post. Feel free to correct me if you know more or I said something false.
Not the asshole. Supporting your every decision because I have a des-fuck cousin and my family loves her the most. She's the one I'll die for if needed because she's gone through enough. Can't tell on Reddit. And I can feel what you are going through. And he, your husband or ex-husband, is the real R. You and your child deserve every happiness in the world. Heart. Don't let it be gone for people who doesn't treat you and your child right.
Not the asshole. I was married to a person who is hearing impaired. I learned ASL as well as a few other things so that we would grow together. While we didn't grow together, all the other things I did helped very much. Tell them is only the first step. If they don't bother to hear from your side first, they may not be your people. It is unfortunate. I do hope your baby is growing up well and getting the help she needs.
Greater than I'm now getting calls and messages for making a private issue public, and parental alienation. For the former, he's already dragging you in public and you're right to clear the air. For the latter, parental alienation is if you were alienating him from his daughter. Your baby can't even read your post, let alone comprehend it. It's got nothing to do with the public. What he's saying is less an argument and more of a vague legal noise that he kind of remembers hearing before. He understands what he's squawking as well as a parrot would. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Sounds like a total jackass.
Not the asshole. It would be one thing if he refused to comment on the divorce, but he not only made your private business, he lied, and you have the right to defend yourself. That being said, if people are giving you shit for responding, you may want to consider if having them in your life is in the best interest of you and your child.
Info. Does he have any parental rights or did he sign those away?
Not the asshole. He is making false accusations and you are defending yourself. How the heck you alienating if he doesn't want anything to do with his kid?
Not the asshole. As much as there are people who truly believe they can't handle caring for someone with a disability, let's be honest, not everyone is strong enough. Your ex specifically went out of his way to make you look like a horrible person to hide the fact he couldn't handle parenting a des-fuck child as well as having some disgusting opinions on disabilities overall. You did what you needed to clear your name and I believe you will be an excellent parent.
Not the asshole. What an awful person he is for abandoning his child and wife and then trying to cry woe is me. Screw him.
Not the asshole. He tried to let you look like an asshole while he was the asshole. You did was right to save your own name. Nice username by the way.
Not the asshole. He made up a lie and spread it, so you spread the truth. If he wanted it private he should have kept it that way. I am so glad she has you. Not the asshole. My son was born profoundly des-fuck. He couldn't have a cochlear implant either with some other issues. We had a teacher of the des-fuck and started learning sign language when he was 2 weeks old. That's what you do as parents. If he has been telling people lies then I would 100% call him out on it. You're doing an amazing job for your daughter. I'm sorry your husband was such a cockwomble. Keep up the good work.
Not the asshole. You set the record straight and it's his fault for running his mouth. He could have moved on in life and just been like whatever but hes making it a poor me situation and you're not buying it so hell yeah you aren't the R, you just set it straight with proof. Hope your daughter is loved and has a happy life without him. Not the asshole. Not the asshole at all. I might feel differently if your child was older and could see what you were posting but
you need to talk to your divorce lawyer. Not get judgment from a bunch of teens on the internet. Wait a minute, he made those comments and yet you're guilty of parental alienation. Crazy. He doesn't deserve either of you. Not the asshole.
Greater than the only thing wrong with her is hearing. The only thing different about her is her hearing.
Not the asshole. I'm in a similar situation, except the baby daddy has control issues and wants child in his life. He has called her mean things and done other awful things. We went to court. He's good at throwing money at a problem, and appearing a certain way. I have custody, but he has extended parent time. It's awful. Nothing I can do. My child hates it. My point is that I don't care what he thinks of me or who he tells what about me. Which he does. Daughter's school, her doctors, anyone who will listen. It causes problems for us. I keep doing what's best for her and continue to stick up for her when he steps out of line in the way he treats her. You and baby are very fortunate to have it in writing that he isn't a part of her life. I am happy for you, and a bit jealous. You keep doing you, mama. You're already an awesome advocate for her in her medical health, and an advocate in her mental health.
Not the arsehole. Parental alienation would imply he wanted to be a parent, so that's not applicable here. He's the one who tried to play victim, so he has nobody to blame but himself for the fact that you showed the receipts proving him to be one of the worst humans imaginable. He should have just paid his child support and shut the hell up.
Not only are you not the asshole, but you're my hero.
Not the asshole, he alienated his own damn self.
Not the asshole, he is completely ableist, similar to sexist, racist except it's against disabled PPL. I was born deaf, attended D's fuck school, have 3 master degrees, and now teach high school science with a multidisciplinary focus on strengthening academic ASL and English. I don't even have C or any sort of tech, and I sign ASL only. Your child can make it with great support at home and an informed approach on education. You'll face many more people just like your weak sauce ex, but you got this. You don't owe this asshole any damn thing. Post screenshots of his bullshit in social media and sip your tea quietly to combat slander and lies. I'm big on petty revenge done right. You go, mama. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. As a person with severe, profound deafness, thank you for doing whatever you can to help your child. It will make such a huge difference to her life heart.
Ha. Not the asshole. 1. Not parental alienation because he has made the choice not to have anything to do with the child. That isn't on you. 2. If I were you, I'd make another public post. Yes, I did make what should have been a private matter public, and I'm doing so again, but I'm only doing so because what should have been private has already been made public, and everyone thinks they are entitled to privately come to me and voice their opinions on things they actually know nothing about. Just setting the record straight publicly so I don't have to repeat myself when you want to still talk about my personal business with me privately. Screw them and keep doing what's best for your daughter. Best to weed out the toxic now. Edit. Missing word. Not the asshole. Congratulations on the birth of your baby. I'm glad you own your home, and that your daughter has a parent who loves her significant other much that she started learning ASL before baby was even born. It's unfortunate that your husband ran his mouth, knowing that you had receipts for his treatment of you. If he didn't want you to finish him, he shouldn't have started. I hope you and your daughter have a wonderful life together, and that, if you would like to, you find someone wonderful to partner with in the future.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. He's got some real enablers in his corner. It's fine for him to lie about you, but when you set the record straight, it's making a private issue public. Hell to the no.
Very clearly not the asshole. My heart hurts for your daughter and you.
Not only did he bail on his own child, but he's trying to paint you in a bad light to everyone he knows. You just played fair game and shared everything single awful thing he'd said. He lied. You didn't.
Not the asshole. Talk shit. Get hit. The audacity of this man. Not the asshole.
Start issuing cease and desist letters for harassment if you get more than one from the same person. Reach out to the DesFuck community for support to see if anyone you know has experience of this. They may also be able to recommend a good lawyer if you don't already have one. Not the arsehole. My DesFuck aunt was the fiercest woman I knew. She couldn't hear, but she was sharp as a knife and nothing got by her. That man can fuck off. Not the arsehole. He chose to leave, he should be man enough to admit why. As a DesFuck person, I'd also like thank you for learning ASL. Your child may chose not to sign, but having options and support will go a long way.